Raila Amollo Odinga is in Dubai to allegedly plan for the takeover of Ruto's government. It is on Friday that William Samoei Ruto had convened a meeting between him and the ODM MPs in Statehouse. But the ODM leader Raila Amollo Odinga warned his MPs not to attend that meeting. Why? There are various things that Raila Amollo Odinga want to be put in place and must be put in place for the broad-based marriage to continue being in harmony. But as it is, it seems like it is a one-sided eye. Like Raila Amollo Odinga wants additional seats like the National Assembly Speaker's seat that is currently held by Moses Masika Wetangula. He also demands for the Deputy President's seat that is held by Kindiki. He also wants an additional CS and also 15 PSs. He wants Gladys Wanga to replace Kindiki. Gladys Wanga is the current governor for Homa Bay County, and also he wants the MP Florida constituency, that is Otiende Amollo, to replace Moses Masika Wetangula as the National Assembly Speaker. So William Samoei Ruto has also insisted that if there should be any change and if there should be anybody who will be touched and taken outside from those leadership positions, then that person should not be Kindiki. Kindiki should not be touched. The deputy president's seat should not be touched. So this one has really angered and made Raila Amollo Odinga to fume, as he really wanted that deputy president's seat. So Raila Amollo Odinga is in Dubai to scheme, and is already scheming on how to destabilize Ruto's government. If you remember, immediately immediately Opio Wandai was appointed the CS for energy. Joho appointed the CS for blue economy, and John Mbadi in the treasury, and we have Wycliffe Oparanya in the cooperatives. We saw certain people now on top of their voices praising William Samoei Ruto, including Junet Mohamed Johom. They were really praising, and they also voting for re-election of William Samoei Ruto. Not until late, when Raila Amollo Odinga told them, hey, see, stop that. There are key things that we really need to be put in place. We need 1, 2, 3 to be sorted. So stop that campaign for 2027 that you've already started, and wish that William Samoei Ruto get into power back in 2027. That cannot happen, not until at least what we are really watching and fighting for is region, or is into conclusion. So Raila Amollo Odinga is pushing for the aforementioned position. That is the deputy president seat. That is the 15 PSs, an additional CS, and also having the Senate or the National Assembly Speaker. And by the way, they can also be demanding that Senate Speaker's seat, because Raila Amollo Odinga is trying to tell William Samoei Ruto that this government belongs to me, and if I'm not getting it, then the marriage that we have is going to break. There is nothing, or there is no marriage that we are having. Therefore, you can also tell that recently you've not had those ODM MPs on top of their voices on rooftops of their vehicles, trying to insinuate that William Samoei Ruto is actually working. Set for one X tweet that I saw from Peter Kaluma's Twitter, when he was saying that we should give William Samoei Ruto time. That was immediately after the AUC elections were concluded, and Raila did not get it. There are additional leadership key positions with regards to the parliamentary committee that was given to the ODM members. That also excited them. And at one point, we could even see Millie Odhiambo telling the Assembly Speaker that just the other day when the High Court ruled that Azimio is the majority and Kenya Kwanza is the minority, when we came to the parliament and the Speaker, Moses Wetangula, overruled the High Court by now saying it is Kenya Kwanza that had the majority, we were in fury. We went outside. We even threatened to walk out of the broad-based government. But today we are sitting pretty. Why? Some demands were met. But still, Raila Odinga feels like that is not enough. So he is also planning immediately after coming from Dubai to secretly meet with Rigathi Gachagua. Will Rigathi Gachagua agree to meet Raila Odinga, knowing very well at one point in time he did tell Raila Odinga, we as a community fear you, because whenever you get into a house, something must break. You got into Uhuru's government. Uhuru and William Samoei Ruto fell apart. They were not seeing eye to eye. You are now coming into William Samoei Ruto's. The aftermath was Rigathi Gachagua being impeached. Now, what do you want to come and tell us? So I really don't know if that secret meeting between Raila Odinga and Rigathi Gachagua is going to materialize, making it in point that in the mountain, it is not the people who follow leaders. It is the leaders who follow the goodwill of the people. Apart from that, remember, it is said that Raila Odinga had a pact and an agreement with William Samoei Ruto just in case he fails to secure the AUC chairmanship position. Something was to happen. If not, we are going back to square one. What does square one mean? Getting out of the broad-based government and now shaking up this Ruto's regime. There are key things that Raila is planning to place in Mount Kenya. For instance, having youthful leaders in Mount Kenya vie for the MCA positions, member of parliament position, gubernatorial seats, senatorial seats, and also the women representatives. This is going to weaken William Samoei Ruto. Again, he's also planning to meet Kalonzo Musyoka, whom we also know has already met with Riggy. And right now, the political landscape is fast changing because it is no longer leaders oriented, but it is now people oriented. The Kenyan citizenry are calling over shots, and the faster the political elites grasp these, then they might just lose it. That is why we are really pushing for the installation of the IEBC commissioners so that they fast track the registration of new voters and also clean the registry in preparation for the 2027 general elections. What is your thought on this? And there is one thing that we as a citizenry should learn. Leaders will always bargain for positions for their own benefit, for their own interest. They will always want to protect their own interest, and none of them will ever align with you, the common mwananchi. So it takes us back to the ballot. Wise decisions on the ballot. There is nothing to talk about in terms of development in this regime. Nobody is clean. Talk of William Samoei Ruto, talk of Raila Odinga. Never. None of them are pro-development. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio. If you love content of this nature, kindly subscribe and press notification button in our YouTube channel. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Give us your thought in the comment section below. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.